I think St. Louis needs to do a better job at this facility.
A grieving family is looking for answers after they say their loved one died unexpectedly inside the St. Louis City Justice Center. Thanks so much for joining us. I'm Kelly Jackson. The family of Antonio Weber desperately wants to know what happened to him. For nearly 2 weeks, they have reached out to officials and even visited the downtown jail. New tonight, Weber's sister turned to 5 on Your Side's Robert Townsend for help.
Saturday, November the 9th, I received a call from my grandmother stating that someone from here, a CO, female, called her.
Carmen Weber says a corrections officer at the St. Louis City Justice Center first wanted her family to know that her brother, 58-year-old Antonio Weber, was experiencing chest pain. He was an inmate at the downtown jail. Weber says acting jail commissioner Tammy Ross then called her grandmother.
Not even an hour later, my grandmother calls me back and told me that they called her to tell her that he was deceased. It was very heartbreaking. I didn't expect that.
A St. Louis police spokesman confirms on November 1st, Antonio Weber was arrested during a traffic stop related to outstanding warrants, including a felony. Weber's sister says it was an outstanding theft warrant.
He was locked up here, brought here.
Monday, the family buried their loved one. Carmen admits her brother battled a drug addiction for years.
He tell you his chest is hurting, and then within an hour you come back around and make rounds and he's dead. What did you all do in between the time of him complaining? To my knowledge, he didn't have any medication with him. I think my brother would still be alive, honestly, if they had attended to his medical condition.
Since 2020, 18 inmates have died at the City Justice Center. Weber says her brother died in his cell.
I was told that when you all found him, he was unresponsive, and when the cellmate was questioned, he said that he was confused.
This weekend, Carmen Weber will return to her home in Texas. Nonetheless, she tells me that will not stop her from fighting for her brother.
Yes, I am. And not just for my brother, for everybody else that has lost a loved one under the care of this facility.
Robert Townsend, 5 on Your Side.
And a Department of Public Safety spokesperson says Weber's death is under investigation by the police department's Force Investigation Unit.
If the MSI is the workhouse, the CJC is the morgue. The CJC is yet another jail that should be emptied, closed, and demolished.
Dozens of demonstrators crowded St. Louis City Hall during today's Board of Aldermen meeting, calling for better living conditions and more transparency at the City Justice Center. Alderwoman Kara Spencer was one of 5 board members to stay and hear them out. She says she supports many of their demands.
I think with a lack of transparency with even who's running the jail, who's in charge, who the commissioner is, I mean, these are very, very reasonable questions that the general public, quite frankly, deserves answers to. Frankly speaking, I mean, I think that we need to do a sweep of the jail and understand exactly what's going on here.
The City Justice Center commissioner has been on leave for more than 2 months for an undisclosed reason.